everyone. Welcome to our at-home series of workouts you can do with simply a mat or just a piece of floor that's soft enough for you to lie down on. My name is Izza. I work here at the Breathing Room. I'm sharing the space today with Marissa and Emily. They're going to be my demos. This is kind of a yoga sequenced with Pilates Fusion, let's put it that way. So let's have some fun and get moving. So let's start out at what would be the back of our mats. So you're facing the front. Let's do hip distance stance. Take your arms up and overhead for a great big breath in. Exhale, dive down over a beach ball as your hands come to the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Let's walk hands to the front. Now once you're in a full plank, double check that your hands are right beneath your shoulders, and then we'll start with just toe taps to the side. So lift your left foot, tap the floor, place it back on the mat, right foot, back on the mat. Now begin to walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat again. Bend your knees, slowly stack your spine, we'll reach up. Same thing, we're going right back out, but we're building repetitions here. So walking hands out, double check, and then 4 toe taps, so left, right, left, right. If you need, this can be done on forearms. And we walk back. So hands all the way to feet. Take this part slow, especially since we're building our strength here. Soft bend at the knees, stack each vertebra. Big breath, reach up. Let's go right back down and out. This time we've got 6 toe taps. So let's just work on some adjustments here. So Emily is going to be our modifier here. She's going to tap her toes to the sides on the forearms, but her form is great. She's pressing her chest away from the floor. Marissa looks great. Long neck, head in line with spine. Once you've reached 6, go ahead and walk to the back of your mat again. Hands all the way to feet. Soft knee bend. Great big breath as you reach up. Let's go 8 this time. So we're going all the way to 10. This is kind of our warm-up. You can kind of think of this also as a reverse sun salute. Just a little bit more fire. Less upper body too. So once you reach 8 here, let's walk those hands back. Last little breather. Soak in that inhale. Great big stretch, maybe even slight back bend. Diving forward, let's walk all the way back out. So this is our last repetition. Let's make it our best. Beautiful. Ever so slight tilt of the tail, making sure not to compromise that low back. Good. Gorgeous. Let's walk those hands to the back of the mat. And before lifting up, stay in that forward fold. Just widen your stance so that your feet can meet the floor. Diving down. Let's drop that right hand directly beneath the face. Left arm swings upward. Just a little baby twist. And you can bend your knees if you need to here. Great big breath in. Let's switch out arms. Radiating up through those fingertips. Let's go ahead and let the arms hang, bend the knees, and slowly stack the spine all the way up. Great big shoulder roll. Let's step onto our mats and then out wide. So checking here that your heels will end directly under your knees as they're fully bent. So you've got a strong 90-degree bend as we go into a little bit more of a squatting series here. So let's start arms overhead, moving very slowly and mindfully here. Big breath. Exhale, drop down, opening arms out to a T. Palms facing up. Big breath, reach up. Exhale, we float down. Try and ground that tailbone towards your mat. Soft arms. Loose shoulders, keep it going. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Don't be afraid if you get a little bit off from your partner, but you're probably doing this by yourself at home, so take up as much space as you need. And if ever your legs get tired, you can stay upright and just focus on arms here. Let's do 3 more. Beautiful form. Now on this one, let's pause out at those T arms. Taking arms forward as you inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down as you pull back to a T. So we're staying low now. Palms up, reach forward. Palms down, reach out. Long neck, abdominals are pulling in. Tailbone is reaching down. Toes are soft. So if you can, release that gripping on your mat. Root through your heels and the balls of your feet. And you can also do this with weights if you want to add a little something if you have that at home. Let's do 3 more of these. So hopefully arms are getting a little heavy here. So on this one, let's stay out at T arms, palms facing down. See if you can sink just a hair lower, little circles forward. Go ahead and raise that right heel. I'm usually reversing this, guys. Great big breathing. Make sure to touch base with your breath. Let's make circles backwards here. No bigger than a tea saucer. They don't have to be huge. Let's come all the way up, sweeps arms overhead, drop that heel down, arms back out to a T, raising that left heel. Let's go forward here, palms facing up. Inhale, bend the elbows like you're pulling in a tray. Now flip your tray, palms down as you reach out. Palms up as you pull those elbows back. Palms down as you reach forward. Great big breathing, guys. And as you get more tired, if you feel fatigued, rest before you start to compromise form. Always more important. 3 to go. Last 2. And 1. Let's drop those heels down, turn your toes forward, hands to the mat. Wide forward fold. Let's begin to walk the right hand toward the left foot. It can even go to the ankle, left arm up. So deepening our twist just a bit there. Little baby bend at the knees. So a little deeper twist than we started with before. Let's very gently switch that out. Good. Cleansing breath. Anytime we twist the spine, it's an opportunity to wring out any junk we don't want there. So good things. Let's drop that hand down. Soft bend at the knees as we come all the way back up to stand here. Great big shoulder roll at the top. Now keeping your left foot parallel to the edge of the mat, rotate the right toes to point at the edge. Deep bend into the right knee here, so we're coming into more of a warrior. Arms open out, glancing over the right fingertips, grounding the tailbone. So just make sure that your shoulders remain over your hips, and then we'll start to move into more of a flow here. So on your inhale, we'll drop the elbow down, right elbow onto the right knee. Exhale, left arm stretches overhead. Inhale, float back up, warrior, and then exhale, reversed. So left hand can go to the thigh or behind the back, right arm over. So let's flow in and out, following the breath. Firm feet. You want that grounding through all 4 corners of each foot. Good. Beautiful. Let's just do 2 more. Very graceful. And this time we'll come up, pause here, turning the gaze over the right fingertips, and then windmilling hands down beside that right foot. Let that left heel pop up. So you're in a kind of a really wide runner's lunge here. Fingers are on the mat. Let's flatten those palms against the mat, step back to a plank. So again, you can be on the forearms. Watch, you've got a soft bend at the elbows. You're puffing through the upper back. Pause here. And let's add on just a little bit here. So keeping your toes down, inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten your legs so they float just above the mat. Or if you're on the forearms, you may even be able to tap those knees. But you don't want that upper body quite to move here. There we go. Just 3 to go. 2. Last one. Gently rest all the way onto the knees, sit back on the heels for just a beat. Big breath in and out in child's pose. Just feel that mat beneath you. Let's press up onto all fours here. Before we do the second side of that warrior, let's practice some balancing. So right leg back, left arm forward. Get your bearings for a moment. Grow as long as you can. Take a great big breath in, and then as you exhale, bend your knee towards your elbow under your navel. Inhale, stretch out through the toes and fingertips. Rounding in to that connection. Breath follows suit. So coming in contact with those abdominal muscles here. Full body, but always coming back to that awareness through your center. Just 3 to go. Last one. Let's rest the hand and the knee down. Take a quick breath. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So making sure also that the hand that's on the mat is directly under the shoulder, the knee that's on the mat is directly under the hip. When you're ready, big breath, exhale, bend, curve the spine. So kind of think of that cat spine. Wrap over that connection between your knee and elbow. As if you could pull that center vertebra up to the ceiling. Three to go. Long, deep contraction, hollow out. 2 left. Last one. Hand and knee to the mat. Let's press back to our plank here. Long spine, slight tilt of the tailbone. This time, almost the same as before, but instead of both knees bending at the same time, we'll alternate. So right knee bends, switch. Toes stay down. Nice long spine, watch those elbows. You got it. Gorgeous, keeping those noses out of water. Lots of space in that cervical vertebra. 2 left. Gorgeous. From here, let's go ahead and walk the hands back to the feet. So kind of going back to that reverse sun salute. Round the spine up. Great big shoulder roll. Let's rotate toward the side of our mat again. Step those legs out wide. Going into our wide externally rotated stance. So a little more arms, a little more squatting. Starting arms overhead. Let's take a big breath, palms facing forward. Exhale, bend those knees, bend those elbows. So goalpost arms. Inhale, stand, reach up. So feel that power, that grounding. Finding that strength through your feet, through your center, emanating out. Letting that heat leave the body, build and then leave. Just 3 more. Now this time, let's stay down. Good. Pause here, big breath. Exhale, elbows pull together, pulling those chest tight. Inhale, open, shoulder blades pull. Exhale, squeeze. Big breath. Stay low. Just watch that low back. Three left. Doing great. Let's stay out at goalpost here. Big breath. Exhale, reach up and over with that left hand, slight tilt of the upper body. Inhale, bend. Switch it out. So alternate. Stay low though. So if you can, let your upper spine move laterally, but don't let your hips move. So imagine someone actually holding your waist. That's it. 2 to go. Last one. Gorgeous. Let's let those arms fall down behind the back. Give yourself a great big shoulder roll here. Rotate the right foot so the outer edge of your foot is flush with the mat. Left toes point. So going back into that warrior second side, arms stretch out. As always, making sure the knee is over the ankle, grounding into the outer edge of that right foot. So now we'll start to add that dynamic portion of this. So great big breath. Exhale, lay that left forearm down, stretch the right arm over. Lifting back up into warrior. And then reverse warrior, right hand down, left arm over. Follow your breath. Legs are static. So again, you can kind of think of someone holding your waist here. Being able to separate the low body from the upper body does kind of take into consideration our Pilates training because we need to have the most amount of core awareness, especially oblique here. QL. I can't not think of Harry Potter. Last 2. And then once you're back up into that warrior, wherever you are, gaze over those left fingertips for a beat. Take a big breath in, and as you blow it out, windmill your hands down on either side of that left foot. Step back into your plank. Hold it here. Lengthen that spine. Forearms if you need it. Great big breath. Exhale, point the toes. Float forward a couple of inches. Inhale, pull those heels back. Flex the feet. So you're moving, but your hips aren't changing height. They're staying at the same level, just floating forward and back a bit. Good. Gorgeous, you guys. 3 more. This is 2. And as we reach our last one, let's gently kneel down. Cross the ankles behind you and sit back. Stretching out the legs. Make sure you've got enough room behind you. They've got a soft cushion of mat to lie down on. We'll start into roll down. So sitting up tall, we won't do too many. We just want to get those spines warmed up. Big breath. Exhale, begin to slowly roll down your spine. As best you can, bone by bone. Once that head touches, great big sip of air. Arms stretch over your head. And then exhale, begin to lower the arms, peeling the spine back up. Try to keep those legs heavy. Try not to rush at any one point. You could also use weights here if you're having trouble getting up and down. Let's take those arms up, big breath. Let's just do 2 more at your own pace. Roll downs, roll ups are always a journey for all of us, so they'll get better, I promise. Those muscles need to be built, and they are not built in a day. Good, great control, you guys. And you can feel those areas that you need to work on. So those parts that seem the hardest or that feel like you're gonna drop back or you really need to heave yourself up. So this time, let's go ahead and just go halfway. Try to relax your shoulders, relax your arms here, and then let's alternate pulling knees toward the chest. So take a great big breath. Exhale, draw the right knee in. Inhale, stretch out that leg. Let's go left. So again, if you're struggling to stay in your C curve, weights are a great option. They're just gonna help you stay put. And think of your exhale creating space for your thighs to come towards you. So blow that breath out, filling the lungs with each inhale. Just 2 to go. Last one. Stretch out those legs, come all the way up and over. Grab on to the legs, ankles, or feet, wherever you can reach. Pause for a deep breath. One more C curve here. Let's sit all the way up. This time, let's have the knees bent with the feet flat on the mat. So I'll face you guys just so you can see. Arms forward, C curve back about halfway. Now we'll start out going to our left. So take a big breath, exhale, turn left, bending the right knee up toward the shoulder. Inhale, rest that foot, then switch. So same sort of idea, we're just adding rotation now. Hips are heavy on the mat, shoulders are away from ears. Hopefully getting a little glow going now. I'm a little schwitzy. Keep water nearby. 2 left. Last one. Once those hands are reaching through the middle, go ahead and roll all the way onto your back. Let's even reach those arms out overhead, stretch the legs long. You're a rubber band. Someone's pulling on the legs, another person's pulling on the arms. Oh, so good. More work. Let's bring those legs up to tabletop. Beautiful. Hands reach over shoulders toward the ceiling. So kind of our basic supine series that we would use in class. We are going to start with I arms, as we call this. So big breath, arms up. Exhale, lower the arms, lift the chest, stretch out the legs. We're going right into it. Inhale, lie back. So for the sake of our home tutorial of supine series, we're skipping a few of the steps just to get you guys the meat of the actual move. So 3 to go. Good, and if you need to use your hands or a ring behind your head if you have it, by all means. 3 left. Beautiful. And if you feel like going to teaser, if that's in your repertoire, make your way up to that tailbone. Although on this one we stay up there. Good. Scissor those legs. At whatever range feels safe to you. It can be big, it can be small, but do not compromise that neutral spine. We all know that one, right? We know what to look for with that. No arching. And if you're hitting your hip flexors, turn those feet out. If it's still bothering you, bend your knees. Those options are always there. Exactly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie back. Rest your feet, rest your head. Just a bit more. We can't forget our bridges if we're gonna cover everything here. So heels come in close toward the hips. Now press your palms beside you on the mat. Reach out so your arms are as long as possible. Great big breath. Exhale, come all the way up to that bridge. Now in the spirit of keeping this Pilates, tailbone is tucked under, ribs are pulling together. Great big breath. Exhale, draw the right knee up towards you, so like you're marching. Inhale, rest that foot, left knee. So as always, following the pattern of your own breath, trying not to compromise that hip stability. So right and left are in an even plane, just as best you can. 4 to go. It's gonna get easier, but a little harder first. I've reframed my saying. It's gonna get harder before it gets easier, but let's just keep things really nice around here. Once those feet are down, pause. Slide the feet a bit closer together. We're gonna stay up in the bridge. We're almost done here. Right toes toward the ceiling. Keep that leg extended as you inhale, drop your hips halfway to the mat. Exhale, reach up, tap the ceiling. Inhale, hips halfway down. Exhale, tap. If it would be at all more comfortable, you can be on the left tiptoes. Good. If you feel like you need a little bit more pep in your step, bring those hips all the way to the mat. By all means, last 3, 2, and toes keep reaching as we come down. Let's cross that right ankle over the left knee just for a quick breather. If you want, you can let those legs sway or take a thread the needle. We've just got one more side to go. All right, let's bring those feet together. Come all the way back up to your bridge. Last thing here. Extend that opposite leg. Toes reach, reach, reach. Inhale, hips halfway to the mat or all the way. Exhale up. I like to give you guys choices. You got it. And we're really also trying for stable hips here. Even, I should say. Easy upper body, forehead, shoulders, arms, soft as you can. And if you want, you could always add a pulse at the end, but I'm not going to. Again, trying to be nice. 2 more. And keep those toes reaching as you soften hips all the way down. Cross that ankle over the knee, so either little side to side action or hug those knees in. Lastly, just keeping in the spirit of our yoga here, let's end in a Supta Baddha Konasana stretch. Very Sanskrit way of saying feet together, knees apart, arms wherever it feels good. This is kind of your Shavasana. So just let everything open up and soften. So that was it today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed your home workout. Like I said, add weights, do whatever you can to make it fun, add variety, do some cardio beforehand. Stay in Shavasana as long as you want. Have a good day.